Hi, my name is Victor Meza, and today I'm going around campus asking Brookdale students questions about movies and music to see how much it has changed and to see which ones people prefer, if they prefer modern or older movies and music. What movie have you seen recently and what do you think of it?
I recently watched Citizen Kane and I feel like it was a pretty interesting film. It was completely different because it was a black and white film.
A movie I have watched recently, I have rewatched Spy Kids 3, and I thought it was a really good movie, especially for its time, considering like the editing power they didn't really have back then. Overall, I think it's a really good movie.
I recently saw the movie Talk to Me. I think it was a really well done movie because it was put together by a studio of YouTubers that specialize in practical effects. So most of the effects on the movie were done without the electronic aspect of it, so they were all done practical.
The movie that I've seen most recently was Argyle. I do believe that movie was very fast-paced at the start, very boring as well, but towards the end it was more rushed than it should have been.
Do you get more emotional listening to modern music or older music?
Definitely older music, probably because of a like nostalgia thing, considering that my parents mostly exposed me to like older generations of music, like especially like older rock, like from like 80s and 90s.
I think modern and older music can both be vulnerable and emotional, no matter what the meaning is behind it, as long as the vulnerability is there.
I think I get more emotional listening to older music. I feel like a lot of more modern songs are a little more like vapid, and older music usually had more like feelings to it.
I get emotional listening to a lot of older music more than modern because I think older music has a lot more feeling put into it than modern music.
For me, I get more emotional listening to older music due to the fact that it's more connected towards older generations such as parents or grandparents. It also tends to have more deeper meanings than what we have now in modern music.
I think some modern music is better, but there's also some older music that is better. It really depends on what you prefer, but personally, I feel like there's more variation in modern music.
What's your favorite song from this year, and do you think that's better than your previous favorite?
I would personally say that my favorite song so far from 2024 is Lifetime by Faye Webster. I can't really compare music, so I can't say if it's better than my favorite music in the past because that's something that changes literally daily.
My favorite song this year was from Travis Scott, and I think I have to go with his song My Eyes from his new album Utopia. And I think it's better than my previous favorite songs from a couple of the different artists that I listened to.
My favorite song for this year would probably be Tame Her by Zara. I do think it's been a bit better than my previous favorites, but I do not believe it's been one that I could just have on repeat.
My current favorite song is Carnival, and I think it's better than some of Kanye's previous work because there's a lot of elements in the song in terms of like background vocals and a lot of artists on the track as well.
Do you believe that modern movies are getting worse or better?
Editing wise, they're definitely getting better. Story wise, some of them might be falling off a little bit. Like it really just depends on like who's like writing the movie.
I think that modern movies have more relatable topics to things that are going on in the world today. But I definitely think something about the older movies have a different approach to them. So I really do think it depends. I don't think there's really a right or wrong answer.
I'd say they're getting worse compared to previous years. We don't have movies that really stand out. For example, a movie that was really good back then was Shawshank Redemption. I would say that we haven't really seen anything like that until Oppenheimer.
I don't think it's as simple as that. I think that we have a problem with doing a lot of adaptations now, but I think occasionally there are movies that are modern that are really good.
I do believe that modern movies are getting worse, especially after 2018, with the fact that they don't take into consideration how to write a story anymore, how to write a character, or anything in between.